Snails, nature's slow-moving wonders. Hello, young explorers. Today, we're going to take a slow and steady journey into the fascinating world of snails. You might see them in your garden after a rain or hiding under a leaf, but there's so much more to these little creatures than meets the eye. Snails are amazing animals with special bodies, cool survival tricks, and interesting habits that help them live all around the world. Ready to find out what makes snails so special? Let's crawl right in. Appearance. What does a snail look like? When you look closely at a snail, one of the first things you'll notice is its beautiful spiral shell. This shell isn't just decoration, it's the snail's portable home and protection. Snails carry their shells on their backs, and as they grow, their shells grow too, adding new spirals. Snails' bodies are soft and slimy, covered with a special mucus that helps them move smoothly over all kinds of surfaces, even rough or sharp ones, without getting hurt. This slime also helps keep them moist, which is very important because snails need to stay wet to survive. Snails have two pairs of tentacles on their heads. The longer pair holds their eyes at the tips so they can see, and the shorter pair helps them smell and feel around. It's like having tiny built-in sensors to explore their world. Habitat. Where do snails live? Snails are found almost everywhere on Earth. Some live in gardens, forests, and fields, while others live in deserts, mountains, or even underwater in fresh or salty water. Because snails need moisture to survive, you'll often find them in places that are damp or wet, especially during or after rain. Land snails prefer shady spots under leaves, logs, or rocks, where they can hide from the sun and stay moist. Water snails live in ponds, lakes, and rivers, sometimes even in the ocean. No matter where they live, snails always find cozy spots to rest during the hottest or driest parts of the day. Behavior. How do snails spend their time? Snails are mostly active at night or on cloudy, rainy days when it's cool and wet, perfect conditions for them to move around safely. During the day, they usually hide to avoid drying out or being eaten by predators. Moving might seem slow for snails, but their slimy foot glides smoothly as they explore for food. Snails are herbivores, which means they mostly eat plants. They use a special tongue called a radula, covered with tiny, sharp teeth, to scrape or cut food like leaves, bark, and even decaying plants. Some snails are picky eaters, while others will try almost anything green or rotting. They can even climb vertical surfaces and travel over rough ground, all thanks to the mucus trail they leave behind, which helps reduce friction. Survival. How do snails stay safe in the wild? Because snails move slowly, they have to be clever to avoid danger. Their shells protect them from many predators like birds, frogs, or small mammals. When threatened, snails can pull their soft bodies completely inside their shells and close the entrance with a hard, sticky cover called an operculum, which works like a door. Snails also have amazing survival tricks for dealing with dry weather. When things get too hot or dry, some snails can go into a kind of deep sleep called estivation, sealing themselves inside their shells and slowing down their bodies until the rain returns. Water snails have their own ways to survive, like closing their shells tightly and waiting out dry seasons or cold weather. Snails' role in nature and interesting facts. Snails are important for nature because they help recycle dead plants by eating them, turning them into nutrients that feed the soil and plants. This makes snails tiny but powerful gardeners of the earth. Here's a cool fact. Some snails are hermaphrodites, which means they have both male and female reproductive organs. This helps them reproduce more easily since any two snails can mate and produce babies. Snails lay eggs in the soil or hidden places, and tiny baby snails hatch ready to grow their own shells and start their slow adventure. So, now you know that snails may be small and slow, but they have big jobs in nature and some amazing features that help them survive almost anywhere on Earth. From their spiral shells to their slimy footsteps, snails are truly incredible creatures. Thanks for joining me on this slow-motion adventure into the world of snails. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our animal explorations. And I'd love to hear from you. What's the coolest thing you learned about snails? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, sometimes, slow and steady really does win the race.